Hey, how's it going, everybody? Marcus here with MGN Sports, and in this video we're going to be previewing tonight's upcoming matchup between the Edmonton Oilers and Los Angeles Kings. Oilers are looking to get back on track after a tough loss over the weekend to the Calgary Flames. Haven't won a game in the last three here, so it'll be nice to see the boys kind of put it all together in this one against an LA team who's been playing much better hockey since their firing of Todd McClellan, their head coach there. They are 7-2-1 over their last 10 games. So like I said, been playing really good hockey. It's going to be a tough divisional matchup here tonight. The winner of this game will take over third place in the Pacific Division, so this is a playoff caliber matchup between these two teams here. So we're hoping the Oilers can get back on track in this one. You guys will go ahead and look at some of the matchup stats in this game. Oilers are coming into this one with a 33-20-2 record on their season, 17-8-2 home record so far this year. They did lose their last three games, though, like I said, most notably over the weekend by a final score of 6-3 versus the Calgary Flames there, where we really did not put our best foot forward. Also coming off the second night of a back-to-back, you could tell the boys didn't have quite enough juice to be able to seal the deal in that one. So we're going to have to come out guns a-blazing versus this LA team who's been playing great hockey as of late here. Oilers have not been playing great hockey as they are 4 wins, 5 losses, and 1 OT loss over their last 10 games. Been just in shambles since we came out of that All-Star break, looking like a completely different team comparatively to how we were playing on that 16-game win streak before the All-Star break there. So hopefully the boys can turn it around, right the ship, get their mojo flowing once again here. And what better game to do it than a big-time matchup versus a divisional opponent in the LA Kings, you guys. Going over to the Kings side of things, they're coming into this matchup with a 29-17-10 record on their season. They got a really good away record as well with an 18 wins, 7 losses, and 4 OT losses. So definitely could come into our own house here and take advantage of us if we're not ready to roll and be firing on all cylinders versus this club. They did win their last game as well in a shootout versus the Ducks by a final score of 3-2. And like I said, over their last 10 games, they've been firing on all cylinders here with 7 wins, 2 losses, and 1 OT loss. So they're definitely the hotter team coming into this one. Oilers are going to have to be on their A game if we're going to want to take this victory over the LA Kings here, you guys. And like I said, this is a big time matchup as the winner of this game will still hold on to that 3rd overall spot in the Pacific Division. So if the Oilers lose, they're going to be overtaken by the Kings and be kicked into the wild card standings instead, you guys. So hopefully the boys can come out with a victory in this one. We'll go ahead and look at some of the standings here in the Pacific Division as well as the Western Conference wild card real quick, you guys. Vancouver's still sitting first place in the Pacific Division with 82 points in 60 games played. Vegas is sitting in that second spot with 71 points and 58 games played. Then you got Oilers rounding out the top 3 there with 68 points and 55 games played. And then right on our heels, man, in the wildcard race, you got the LA Kings who are tied with us for points right now with 68 points apiece as well. But they have played one more game than the Oilers. They've played 56 total games on their season, hence why the Oilers are still hanging on, clawing on to that third Pacific Division spot right now. Then you got Nashville sitting at the second wildcard spot with 66 points and 59 games played. And then on the outside looking in, you got a few teams that are 4 points back in Nashville. You got St. Louis in there with 62 points and 57 games played. Minnesota also has 62 points and 58 games played. And then you got Calgary rounding out that list there with 61 points and 58 games, 5 points back of that wildcard spot as of right now, you guys. But the big time game tonight here, obviously, between the Oilers and the Kings, just sitting with the same amount of point totals. So the Oilers got to make sure that we take care of business versus this Los Angeles team here. Last thing we want to do is be falling in the standings after we've worked our tails off to be able to climb back into the playoff race here these last month and a half, you guys. Obviously, it was not the start to the season that we wanted for this Oilers club. We've been able to right the ship since we made the coaching changes. And this has been kind of the biggest slump that we've been on since we did make those changes at head coach there. Back in kind of the early part of the season, you guys. So we're definitely going to want to see the boys get back on track here. Would be nice to get on a little bit of a win streak. I think we got the Kings tonight, and I think we got St. Louis coming up after that, which is another team that's fighting for the wild card positioning right now. So some big time games where the Oilers want to take advantage and hold on for the victory here. We'll go ahead and look at the injury report in this one as well. Once again, the Oilers are looking good in the injury report. Nothing to mention over on that front there for the Oilers, which is nice to see. But over on the LA Kings side of things, they got a few players out here. They got defenseman Anderson, who's going to be out with an upper body injury. Right wing Grundstrom is on IR with a lower body. Another right winger, Arvidsson, is on IR with a lower body. And a goalie, Copley, is on IR with a knee injury. So not too many major injuries for the Kings, but a few people to note for sure. So the Oilers got to take advantage of that being the healthier squad. We really haven't dealt with too many major major injuries so far this season. Knock on wood, it's been pretty lucky for this Oilers club here, so hopefully we can keep that injury luck moving forward here and just kind of, get a good complete team win against this LA Kings team, you guys. We definitely need it, just to get that confidence flowing once again. I feel like the boys' confidence is right down in the dumps right now with how we've been playing as of late here. We'll go ahead and look at the goaltender matchup in this one as well, you guys. Skinner's the expected starter for the Edmonton Oilers. He's coming into this matchup with a 25-13-2 record on his season. He's definitely hasn't been looking as good as of late here. His goals against average has gone back up. He's up to a 2.72 goals against average, where just a couple weeks ago he was down in the 2.4s. So that's not good to see that that's increasing, as well as his save percentage, which has gone down in the last couple of weeks, you guys. He was up to, I think, a 916 save percentage or a 920 save percentage. That has been brought down now just above 900 to a 901 save percentage. Still has the 2 shutouts on the season from earlier in the year here. Would love to see him get another one tonight versus the Kings, but just the way that the Oilers defense has been playing as well as the goaltending, I would be very shocked to see a shutout from us in this game. I'm just hoping we see a victory and Skinner, makes a couple big saves along the way to get his confidence up once again and just kind of seals the deal early on. If the boys are struggling to get things going, we can at least rely on him to make some big saves for us and just keep us hanging around in this game here. And then the goaltending matchup over on the LA Kings side of things, you guys, we got Riddick as the expected starter in this one. He's coming into this matchup with a 9 wins, 3 losses, and 3 OT losses on his season. He's got a 2.21 goals against average and a 917 save percentage with 1 shutout to match that as well. So definitely been really formidable in net for them this season in the backup role. Obviously, Cam Talbot's been owning that starter role. There is a chance Talbot plays in this one as well. It's going to be dependent on what LA Kings decide to do. As of right now, Riddick is the expected starter, but this is the first night of a back-to-back here, so it could be them choosing Talbot to go in this one, and then Riddick playing against Calgary tomorrow versus his old team. And then obviously Cam Talbot used to be with the Oilers, so they might want to kind of match those goalies up to play versus their old teams. So we'll have to see what happens there, you guys. But nonetheless, should be a good matchup here tonight. We'll go through some of the keys to victories as well before we round out this video here. First key to victory that I have for this Oilers club here, man, is just stop the bleeding. Obviously haven't won a game in our last 3 here. Also allowed 16 goals total over our last 3 games for an average of 5.33 goals against per game, which is just atrocious performance by this Oilers club over the last little stretch here. So we're definitely going to have to batten down the hatches on the defensive end and just figure out a way to stop these pucks from going into our own net, because other teams have been scoring at a high clip right now, and it's just not been good enough defensive hockey from us to be able to win consistently in this league, you guys. So we're definitely going to have to figure that out. 5.33 goals against average is not good enough to get the job done here. So hopefully we can improve those numbers against Los Angeles Kings team who's been playing pretty good hockey as of late. Second key to victory that I have for you guys here is McDavid just needing to shoot more. Hopefully he can get a goal in this game. He has not scored a goal in his last 9 games, which is pretty shocking to see a guy who had potted home, I believe, 64 goals last year. He's only scored 21 goals so far on his season this year. So definitely got to see him shooting the puck a little bit more. Seems like he's deferring and passing off a lot this year, which is, like I said, completely a 180-degree difference from last season where he just took it upon himself to shoot the puck a lot more. So I'd like to see him get back to those ways and just start firing that puck at the net a lot more consistently. It's not like he's got a bad shot. He's really worked on his shot since coming into the league, and he's one of the better shooters in the league when he does decide to shoot the puck. So hopefully McDavid starts firing more at the net there, you guys, and gets on the score sheet with a goal since he hasn't scored in the last 9 games here. So that's my second key to victory for this Oilers club. And then the final key to victory that I have for you guys here is just Skinner needing to find his game. Has not been playing great hockey as of late, you guys. Since coming out of that All-Star break, he had a pretty good performance versus the Golden Knights there, only allowed the 2 goals. But since then, you guys, in his last 6 starts, he's allowed 26 goals in his last 6 starts, which is good for a 4.33 goals against average. Just not good enough whatsoever if we're going to want to win games consistently in this league. He was on an absolute tear there during that 16-game win streak, was able to bring all of his numbers down into pretty formidable range there with the goals against average and the save percentage, and that started to climb right right back up over these last 6 games, obviously, with that 4.33 goals against average. So really want to see a better performance out of Skinner. He's just got to do a better job shutting the door on the back end for us, especially when we're a little rocky, a little shaky to start out games. We need a couple big saves from him early on, you guys. So hopefully he can provide that for us here in this game tonight versus the Kings. Going to be a big time heavyweight matchup here. It's going to have that playoff atmosphere to it. Like I said, the winner of this game does end up taking over 3rd place in the Pacific Division. So this is a must-win, must-have game for this Oilers club here to be able to hang on to a top 3 spot within their division, you guys. I'll give you guys a little final score prediction before we round out this video here. I am going to take the Oilers. I've taken them for pretty much since I started this channel. I've taken them every game, you guys, but that's the fandom. You got to continue to pick your team here. This definitely could be a trap game that we end up losing. The Oilers haven't been playing great hockey as of late. I'd love to say it's going to be a low-scoring affair where we finally get our defense in check, but that just hasn't been the case over these last few games here, you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Oilers in a bit of a nail-biter here by a final score of 5-4 in overtime. I do think we're going to have enough to hang on for the victory in this one, kind of get us back on track, but I do think they're going to be able to score a few goals on us and, push it to the wire, as you would say in this game, you guys. So I'll take the Oilers, like I said, 5-4 in overtime. I think we'll have just enough firepower on the offensive end to be able to hold on and get this one in the win column for us, you guys, kind of pushing us back into the right direction, hanging on for that 3rd spot in the Pacific Division. But that pretty well wraps it up for this video, you guys. Would love your guys' opinion in the comment section down below. What do you think the final score will be in this game? And what do you think the Oilers need to improve on most to kind of get out of this little slump that we've been in, you guys? Would love your guys' opinion on that in the comment section down below. But that pretty well wraps it up for this one. I appreciate you watching, man, and this is Marcus with MGN Sports signing off. Peace.